All right, lock in because today I'm going to be talking about my Super Bowl. In this Chicago Sky versus Dallas Wings game, I got to watch my two favorite players in Angel Reese and Paige Bueckers face off, and everything that I wanted to happen happened. Just about. I wanted Paige to have a good game. That happened. I wanted the Sky to win their first game. That happened. The only thing that didn't happen that would have made this game even better was an Angel double-double, but there were definitely reasons why that didn't happen, and she still had a winning impact on this game. And like at this point, with that 0-4 start, can't worry about the stats all that much. Just take the wins when you can get them. And this Chicago Sky team rose to the occasion against a very beatable Dallas Wings team. As for the Wings, there were definitely some head-scratching decisions in this game, but like this was definitely a good fight that they put up, and like they carried over some momentum, not just from the Connecticut win, but from basically all of their games dating back to the Seattle game, because win or lose, they've played good basketball for the majority of the game, and they were in all of those games. I knew going into this game, this was going to be an offensive masterclass because Paige and Enrique are great offensive players going up against a lackluster group of defensive guards minus Ariel Atkins. Then for the Sky, at least in the starting lineup, there was a mismatch to exploit. 6'4" Nalissa Smith guarding 6'7" Camilla, and the next best option was a 6'1" Maisha Hines-Allen. They looked for Camilla a lot as a scoring option, even on the opening tip-off. She scored the first 10 points of the game, and it seemed like on mostly every possession, with Nalissa and Maisha out there in the first quarter, there was an effort to give Camilla the ball and exploit the mismatch because Dallas doesn't start a big that has the size to contain her. This dominance forced Tiara McCowan in, 6'7", good low post defender, which definitely put an end to the easy buckets for Camilla, but Tiara has her own problems, not really being the best at guarding the pick and roll game. Getting back on defense is a big issue for her, and being a bit uncoordinated on offense, picking up some quick offensive fouls on Elizabeth Williams. I would say that Tiara McCowan was the Wings' best 5 option on this night. Like, she impacted the game for sure, made it hard to score in the paint one-on-one, but she was exploited in other areas. So yeah, the Dallas Wings just don't have a real starting center. So while Dallas had the 5 problem to deal with, Chicago had the guard problem to deal with. Tyler decided to put Ariel on Enrique for the whole entire game, and then to start the game, he put Courtney on Paige. This is why I believe that the Wings had the advantage going into this game. I've seen every single Sky game a few times actually, and their main problem is that they can't stop dribble penetration. Because Ariel is the Sky's only true point of attack defender and she can only play so many minutes, then that means that whoever she isn't guarding, like, just pass it to that person and she's going to feast. And that's kind of what happened for most of this game, more specifically in the second and third quarter, where the guards just couldn't keep up with Paige and Enrique in any capacity, whether it was on or off ball. That's why I like the decision for Tyler Marsh to make an adjustment. To start the third quarter, he kept Ariel on Enrique because like she had done a solid job when it came to strictly on-ball defense, but he decided to switch the threes onto Paige. When Kia was in the game, she guarded Paige. When Rebecca was in the game, she guarded Paige, while Tyler was able to hide Courtney on Dejanay. There wasn't an answer for Enrique, but they were able to keep Paige as more of a passer, a facilitator. One, because Enrique was going off, like, why mess with the hot hand? But also, like, she just had a tougher, less exploitable matchup on her. In this quarter, Enrique was mainly able to get off because of transition play, whether it was scoring in transition or pushing the pace to get mismatches, and like there were a few lapses by the defense which left her wide open. I have to say how Enrique was scoring because this stuff is definitely going to come into play in the fourth quarter. Like, not to take away from her scoring, but like it's definitely going to be important later. Then for the Sky, the reason why they gave up the lead and they weren't all that impressive in this quarter is because I felt like this quarter was kind of a track meet, like a lot of transition opportunities, and that kind of took away from what was working in the first quarter, which was giving the ball to Camilla. And like I feel like they didn't take full advantage of the advantage that she created before Tiara McCowan got back into the game, which, like I said, just for low post defense, she was definitely a good stopper. The Sky took 20 shots in this quarter. Ariel took 3 shots, Camilla took 3 shots, and like, I just don't like that shot distribution. Kia Nurse went 0 of 4 in this quarter. Elizabeth Williams went 0 of 2 in this quarter. Maybe some of those shots could have gone elsewhere to players that were actually scoring efficiently in this game. The other players are going to have to score like at some point, but they shouldn't be the first option to go to. They should be the secondary option when the play for Camilla or Ariel doesn't work, because on this night, Camilla had a mismatch in the paint. So keep exploiting it until they make adjustments, if they even have any adjustments. Then in the fourth quarter, I felt like there was some bad coaching on both sides. Angel Reese sat out from the 4:53 mark of the third quarter to the 5:41 mark of the fourth quarter. I saw absolutely no reason why Angel had to sit out for around 9.5 minutes when Michaela wasn't playing like good enough, like so good, to justify playing her for like half of the fourth quarter with the closing lineup. Michaela had a positive plus minus, but that's because she was with the starters and like she wasn't involved enough on both sides to really say that she had this positive impact on the game. The eye test tells me that she was a neutral out there. She wasn't horrible defensively because she wasn't really involved in any actions like that, but on offense, like she didn't really help much. Everyone else was more involved and more efficient than her, so like I saw absolutely no benefit to leaving her out there over Angel for half of the quarter, because Angel provides offense and defense at a higher level. So it just seemed like a missed opportunity to probably like put the game away faster if Angel got in earlier. Then for a questionable coaching call on Dallas's end. In the Paige minutes to start the quarter, Dallas lost him 6-4. Not winning, but like since they had the lead, like it wasn't that bad. But then at the 8:30 mark, Paige went out for Enrique and they gave up a 5-0 run in the lead. So they had to take JJ out and get Paige back in there. Now, I'm okay with the concept of Paige getting rest, but that's something that should have happened earlier. The coach played her for the entire third quarter and all but 1 minute of the fourth quarter. He's running her into the ground and over relying on her when there's some solid options on the bench. Of course, no Ty Harris in this game, but JJ had a very short leash despite making some good plays here and there, and Isaiah got absolutely no minutes at all after playing some nice rotation minutes in Connecticut. Tyler Marsh made a good adjustment, having Rebecca Allen guard Paige, but I also think fatigue played a role in her fourth quarter performance as well. Also for Dallas, sure, they scored an efficient 24 points in this quarter, but also at the same time, their clutch offense cost them. In the clutch, they put the ball in Enrique's hands and she couldn't come through. I believe that the offense should have involved Enrique, like she got 37 points. But the way that she got most of those points wasn't by going at Ariel Atkins, Chicago's best point of attack defender. No, Enrique was scoring in transition, scoring with the use of screens and off-ball play. I'm okay with her being the closer or whatever, but the way in which she tried to score in the clutch just wasn't like what got her the 37 points. Another problem was because they kept on going to Enrique, they couldn't exploit the mismatch, a defensive liability, which was Courtney guarding Dejanay. She's at that point in her career where you just have to run whoever offense on her. Whoever Courtney is guarding, that player should look to score or put her like in action and force a switch. So Dallas gave this win away and made the game so much harder for themselves when they had Enrique running into Ariel, a good point of attack defender, instead of trying to exploit a weak link in Courtney. They allowed Courtney to hide on defense, which kept her energy up on offense. So they completely lost that battle. As for the Sky and how they handled the fourth quarter, when they got Angel in the game, I really don't have many complaints for how they handled the fourth quarter. She played a key role in all aspects of the game in her 5 or so minutes. 4 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. She just got it done on both ends of the court. She's rolling to the rim, she's running the floor and scoring in transition, initiating a dribble handoff for Beck Allen, and she's finding her fellow skyscraper in transition. She's getting a key defensive rebound to end an important defensive possession, and she's getting a good contest up on Paige Bueckers' 3-point shot. Some people think that the only way to be clutch is to hit this like crossover, rise up mid-range shot, contested, rise up 3-point shot, when that's flashy, but that's not the only way to be clutch. Angel's play down the stretch of this game is a good example of being clutch in every single aspect of the game. It wasn't that flashy, but she was playing high IQ basketball out there. That's a winning player. But yeah, like I've said everything that I have to say about this game. The best part is they're playing again in Dallas tomorrow. So hopefully that is a better game and hopefully adjustments are made on both sides, kind of like a playoff series. But yeah, that is all for now. Stay strong, stay brutal, because above all else, it's anything to win.
I won't let you down, Bruce. I'll keep fighting. Always.